great work by Miles Turner. So we need to give him his flowers now, and I think he's going to continue to add to that shot block total.
Both free throws good from Turner. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, after their run to the conference finals last season, the Pacers moved to secure their roster moving forward, re-signing Pascal Siakam and Obi Toppin, and then extending Andrew Nembhard. With a young team that's already shown so much promise, there is upside in staying the course. This team should have some staying power for years to come, guys.
No doubt about it. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Now, here's Cunningham, following the miss by Tyrese Halliburton. MP, no good. About a minute played so far here in the first. Halliburton for three. Rebound by the Pistons. Harris, bounce pass. Here's Martinez. And Duran slams it in.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Now, here's Cunningham. Pass to Martinez. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Defending Cunningham, boy, a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open.
Halliburton for three. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
To the inside. Finished off the break. Halliburton's got five.
Great job that time by Halliburton, staying under control. You know, sometimes you can get a little overzealous when you see the floor wide open. He was right in rhythm.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Team second.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Inside, Siakam.
Boy, outstanding hustle from Harris on the defensive end. They're doing a good job to alter shots with that activity.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and two shots coming up. That's on Benedict Mathurin. Detroit shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
At the line for your Pistons, Martinez taking two shots.
That free throw, no good. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that bad boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys.
Stewart's checked in for Duran. Now, here's Thompson. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. For the Pistons, Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Asar Thompson. And Ivy subbed in for... Here's Halliburton. On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. And it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Turner against Duran. Harris outside. And a miss there on the triple. Indiana trailing here. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value.
isn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
Martinez. It's rebounded by Neesmith.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Now, Mathurin passes to Halliburton. Outside Turner. Indiana moving the ball over. Halliburton with the bucket.
Remarkable judgment in the pick and roll. Halliburton reads these situations extraordinarily well.
Duren finds Beasley. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
First in scoring, and they were number one in field goal percentage. Their shot selection a major focus for this group, and more often than not, it was going to be their O that propelled them to victory.
And having the best offense in the league last season, they were an opponent that no team wanted to face. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. The Pacers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Siakam over Harris, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player.
That's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Pistons ahead, up 1. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Your Pistons dance team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Benedict Mathurin.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Thompson and Harris are their forwards. MP is out there with Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5, controlling the paint. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. And it's tied up with that one. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Harris with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Mathurin. Harris, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Detroit's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Harris. Harris has got 3 assists in the game. Mark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
And here's MP for 3. They get the rebound. Duren, and no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. Oh, and And he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Harris inside, covered by Siakam.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Mathurin against Thompson. And a wide open look for Halliburton. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Halliburton passes to Mathurin. Back to Halliburton. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Halliburton's got 14 points for the game.
Very good composure and control that time by Halliburton, not allowing that physical defense to affect his shot at all.
2 minutes.
Thompson dishes to Harris. Pass to Duran. Good D by Siakam.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting up.
The Pistons leading. And so in the game for the Pacers. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. And it's Nesmith in at the small forward position. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
And Siakam has got the ball here for Indiana. Following this game, they hit the road to take on the Knicks in New York. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Tyrese Halliburton is flat-out special, Clark. You say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50-40-90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, the better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
Siakam finds Turner. To the middle. And it's Turner finishing it off.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Harris's shot is off. Indiana leading. Now the Pacers moving it up. Here's Nesmith. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Cunningham. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. And then on Sunday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for their matchup with the Magic, that's one to watch for. Fourth contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm interested in how those teams match up in the early part of this year. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
pass to Beasley. MP, that's for two. And it's Matherin with the rebound. Matherin's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Count that one. And the Pacers lead by.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Cunningham finds Beasley. And they're running. Halliburton for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Here's Martinez. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jump.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Indiana.
They bullied the...
So it's
my father disappearing when I was 3. He's an amateur magician who was asleep right there. And I was he says disrespected by yeah, that's a great comparison.
You know who it is. If you don't, it's your boy Shake. Shout out to the Shake Squad and shout out to the Rise community. Shout out to everybody playing NBA 2K25. I want you to have a
The starting line for the visiting Indiana Pacers. At center, Miles Turner. Let's meet the starting.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton and Nembhard are one of the two. And it's Matherin in at small forward. And for the Pistons, down low, it's going to be Harris and Duran. Cade Cunningham out there with him. Thompson in at the 3 slot. Stand 2 of the greatest words in all of sports. Opening day.
Absolutely, Brian. Everybody's undefeated, everybody's optimistic, and everybody is eager to get going, whether you're playing or the guy on the sidelines drawing up plays.
Textbook defense on display. That's exactly how you guard against the jump shot.
Well, good footwork, good assertiveness, able to play a ton of pressure on the shoot.
First team ball.
And here's Indiana now. Pass to Siakam. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist.
Yeah, sometimes I think the 6'9" length of Siakam surprises opponents. He's able to go through or over contact.
Martinez. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Here's Halliburton. Here's Siakam. Missed it, even after all of those chances. Stolen by Siakam. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I briefly spoke with JB Bickerstaff. He said one person we cannot overlook is Tyrese Halliburton. He said the guy has major impact on the game, even when he's not scoring, which he usually is. He sets the tempo for the team. He can defend, rebound, pass the ball. Kid's got it all, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Matherin. Following the score by Detroit. 6 to shoot.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
The ball's knocked loose. Matherin with a steal. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Indiana shooting their first free throw attempt.
Shit, what's going on?
Pistons trail by 13. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Malik Beasley is out there with MP. And it's Duren in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Perfect timing by Duren, making sure he finishes strong.
Indiana's gone 5 of 6 from three-point land so far. Pass to Turner. Outside Matherin. Back to Turner. Outside Matherin. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5. And one thing Benedict Matherin has no shortage of is raw athleticism. Now it's just a question of him owning that physical ability to be an effective pro-level player.
Here's Martinez. Great D that time from McConnell. Indiana leading by 13. Nembhard outside. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Siakam against Duren. Pass to Turner. Takes a 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Got to be encouraged watching Turner shoot with conviction, realizing his team trusts him to take these fast shots.
Shoots. Martinez can't get it to go.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Any possession that ends with him finishing at the rim is ideal.
Siakam outside. To the middle. And then Turner with the dunk.
The agility of Turner is huge in these pick and rolls. He's hard to prevent from scoring in these situations.
MP inside. He's marked by McConnell. And he gets it back. Martinez. Indiana with a rebound.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots. Better selection. You have to be set up for success. Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Harris against Siakam. Siakam pulls down the board. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
And Duren doesn't fear the contact. In fact, he welcomes it when he's trying to score.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it's...
And so it's the Indiana Pacers up 25 big ones as we...
Pistons 28, the Pacers 53.
And there wasn't too much drama in the Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
And the bulk of his production
giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Second half of here's Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. Halliburton and Emhart, one of the two. Stuck in a power forward with Turner in its center. And it's Mathurin in at the three. Hard left side. The three. Turner with the rebound. Turner got 6 rebounds tonight. Pass to Harris. Oh, Siakam with the ball.
and the coaching staff, they love this. I mean, Siakam, he's engaged, aggressive, just getting after it on the defensive end.
Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The 2K leaderboard highlighting last season's assist leaders. Tyrese Halliburton on top.
It was a virtuoso performance. They ran the offense through him time and time again.
Pacers leading by 22. The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together quicker. Some players and some teams need more time to develop. Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing to develop the players that are already in their system.
And a great fan base in Detroit, starving for victory.
The defense just can't let Siakam get inside positioning like this because he's looking to dunk it home.
Halliburton against Cunningham. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And he lobs it up top. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Siakam. And the Pistons making a change here. Beasley's checked in.
For your Pistons, Malik Beasley.
Off the inbound, and it's Harris. That time on the assist by Thompson. Harris has got 5 points.
And just an excellent jump shooter. You love how Harris has built out his game over the years.
Halliburton, good.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And the bucket is good. Duran's got his second basket.
You have to put a body on Duran. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Pass to Halliburton. Again, the Pacers. Good for 2 more. Well, we have a chance to hear from Sean Sharanian. He's calling in right now. Sean.
Exactly how big.
Baby, I can't believe you're mine. Loosen up, better read the signs. I know that I'm around this time. No, you need to dance. Move around to Ain't never gonna play me for you could try every but me. We don't take like